everyone, in today's hug, we're going to talk about the 7 food additives that you totally want to avoid. Okay, so many years ago, I watched a documentary called Food Matters, and it opened my eyes big to chemical additives. And I was a culprit with some of these. So I'm going to share this list so that I can enlighten you and you can read your labels more carefully. So in the documentary, the one that really stood out first was aspartame, because I was a Diet Coke-aholic at the time. Super big gulp every morning. That was my caffeine choice. And I loved Diet Coke. I could just drink it by the gallon. But aspartame is absolutely toxic. It is really bad for your brain. And you will find this in Diet Coke, also in things like Jell-O or Crystal Light, some types of chewing gum, and you want to stay clear away from it, okay? Read your labels. And in Food Matters, they also talked about MSG. So, you go to Chinese food and you're like, oh, no MSG, please, because they're notorious for using it because it's a flavor enhancer. Well, recently, my husband opened a bag of Taco Works tortilla chips, and everybody's like, oh God, these chips are amazing. They taste so good. So of course I read the label, and sure enough, MSG. The reason they tasted so good because this MSG flavor enhancer tricked your taste buds into thinking it just had this, pop of flavor. And you can find MSG in lots of different snacks and even like soups and different seasoning packets. So please, again, read your labels. And then we have high fructose corn syrup. Wow. This is like a cheap way to make sweetener, but it is so bad for your liver and for your cholesterol. So it actually helps you gain weight, okay? HFCS is horrible. And you can find that even in like log cabin syrup. I remember seeing it there. I said, hubby, when you want real maple syrup, use real maple syrup, not fake stuff, okay? So you want to stay away from HFCS. Next is trans fat, like partially hydrogenated blank, 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 vegetable oils, soybean oils, whatever. It is super bad for you. And the city of New York even took hydrogenated oils out of their restaurants. They banned them because they figured they'd save as many lives as people who are killed in traffic accidents each year. That is huge. Okay, so clearly there's, bad news bears on hydrogenated oils. They're like rancid fats, and you can find them in a lot of different crackers, fake butter like margarine, other types of baked goods. Just read your labels, okay? If you want to bake something, make it homemade. We want things to get mold on them. That means that they're healthier for you. And another is food dyes. So the reds and the blues, here they put all this food dye in kids' things, right, to entice them to eat this yogurt because it's bright blue with red sprinkles. Well, it's really bad for them, and it creates a lot of hyperactivity, and you wonder why they can't sit in the classroom very well. You can find this in mac and cheese, lots of different kids' candy. The pops that are like I remember the Tahitian treat. It was bright red. I used to drink that as a kid. Anything that's super bright, it usually has food coloring in it. Next, we have sodium sulfite, which you can find in wine and dried fruit. Now, I have a hard time with sulfites, so dried fruit I cannot eat. I don't know, dried apricots, they do something to me where I feel really wheezy. And so if I ever buy dried fruit, I make sure that there's no sulfites added. It's just all natural. And I'm telling you, it's hard to do without sulfites. And last, we have sodium nitrate and sodium nitrite, which you're going to find on, like bacon and other types of dried meats. So you want to look for things that are sulfite free. They are just so much better for you. Even like my dog, I give him a little bit of deli meat, but I always find the stuff that has no sulfites in it because it's, carcinogenic. All of these types of additives are carcinogenic, which leads to dis-ease in our bodies. They're just not natural, and our bodies really just don't know what to do with them. I mean, God didn't create our bodies to process these chemicals. So they get trapped oftentimes in our bodies, and we need to release them and just let them leave. So the best way to do it is avoid them at the very beginning. So go watch that documentary, Food Matters. It will open your eyes to many things beyond just these types of additives. So I hope you enjoy this video. Let's close with a hug. Squeeze extra tight today. Happy hump day. And please make it a beautiful day. See you on the next one.